The literacy strategy I decided to talk about is text-dependent questions. As this infographic from the Wisconsin Department of Public Instruction explains, text-dependent questions require students to provide evidence directly from the text in their answers to questions. So basically, this strategy requires students to actually read the text and pull their answers from the text and provide evidence from the text so they can gain a better understanding of the source and text they're trying to analyze. There are a few different types of text-dependent questions that can be answered. First off, you have general understanding questions. As the name implies, basically this type of question is asked of students so they can gain the main idea of the text and so they can gain a better understanding of it so they can analyze it and answer the more complex questions later in the list. The second kind of text-dependent question are key detail questions. These questions often focus on who, what, where, when, why, or how. And as the name implies, again, it focuses on the key details of the text. The next type of text-dependent question that can be asked are vocab and text structure questions. These type of questions focus specifically on complex vocabulary or the text structure, and basically it asks questions about those to students so they can better understand those topics, so they can understand the text as a whole better. The next type of text-dependent question is author's purpose. This one is very relevant in social studies, which is the field I am in. Basically, it asks the reader questions about the purpose of the author, why they wrote the text, who the target audience might be, if there's any biases by the author. This is a very important type of question to ask. Next are inference questions. These are questions that ask students about things that are uncertain or unstated in the text itself. So students can use the text to build on other things and to go past just what's in the text, but still using the text to build on those ideas. And the final type of text-dependent question are opinion, arguments, and intertextual connections. These ask students to argue their perspective using evidence from the text. So basically, this is one of the more complex ones where students have to actually make an argument using the text and the author's words and the text itself. So I have seen text-dependent questions be used in high school. I'm currently doing practicum in middle school. I've seen text-dependent questions used there. I've seen it used in college, including, I would argue, in this class during our weekly questions about our book readings. I would say those are text-dependent questions because they make you actually read the text and then use what you've read in the text to answer the questions. So text-dependent questions are a very good way to have students show that they understand what they read while also gaining a better understanding of what they read through answering the unique questions themselves.